I'm very, very reticent about designating youthfulness or the youth, because I come from spaces where that is an official doctrine. It becomes doctrinaire, and the lines in the sand, like you're young if you're from this age to 18 or something, and is usually used for corporate purposes. So I'm very shy about designating youthfulness that way. However, I feel that the dynamics of our times in late stage capitalism might operationalize a certain definition of youth and adultism that might be helpful in, for us, and useful in helping us navigate the troubles of this moment. Adultism is what I would characterize civilization's attempt at at closing up the wounds of becoming. Like an adult is at risk, largely at risk at being closed, contained, put in the family way. In a sense, just for our purposes, conversational purposes, okay? Maybe the youth is the person that is not fully closed up, the person that is in the process of being closed up, you see, through schooling, through the pressures of society to get along, you know, um, to get in the family way, to see things the way that everyone else sees it. I remember speaking at UNESCO at a youth conference. I was invited to do that. Um, Almost 1,000 young people in this huge war bunker like room. And almost all of them wearing ties and suits and looking all serious. These are the architects and engineers of the future, stroking their proto beards, you know, not quite there, but it was coming. So, experts in the making. And everyone did their bit, and then they invited me to speak to them. And I was just like, no, I was this isn't right. You guys don't look, you guys don't look well. First of all, everyone take off your ties. And everyone looked around like, is this guy for real? This guy for real? So everyone take off your ties, loosen it up, throw it away. So everyone started to do that. And I said, everyone jump on your desks. Now, these tables and chairs were glued to the ground. You see, it's a huge conference like building in UNESCO in Paris. I said, everyone jump in your chairs and scream so loudly that the director general of UNESCO would come down and shut this whole thing off. And they did that. And it was some kind of catharsis for them. It was release. My point in doing that was to disturb the staid and glib ways we talk about the youth. I think the being young is a portal to other ways of being. Yoruba people talk about young people coming out from the earth. They're not tabula rasas, you see. They're not empty slates. They are energetic, shimmering possibilities to come. And we cannot really hold the power of the young. And so we contain it with discipline. So we discipline bodies to be youthful, to be instrumental, to know things the way we know it. So adults are those who are largely contained. I wouldn't say anyone is fully contained, but the young ones, and remember, I'm not speaking in sure or um, profound categories here. I think the young ones are those who are largely open, still cracked all over. And those cracks are the alchemy of possible futures. I should add that, the biological, physiological, temporal politics says we grow up. I think we do more than grow up, because if we really touched our bodies, we'll find out how monstrous we are. To be entangled is to be spread out, is to be diffracted. Modernity tries to contain in a definable figure and say, you're human, but we're ecological. So I think we do more than grow up. I think we grow wide. We grow wide. We're ecological in that sense. And what do we do with that? I think it's an opportunity to touch our bodies, to touch the width, the wideness, the vastness of our bodies. The adult is largely contained. And maybe that's what this is good for. So it's not, it's more than just coming of age, you see. It's it's I don't know, come up with a phrase.